Greg had been in a relationship for several years that, over time, became unfulfilling. He found himself stuck in a cycle of emotional pain, frustration, and unresolved issues. Though he knew the relationship wasn't right for him anymore, he struggled to let go. His heart still clung to the hope that things could improve, but deep down, Greg realized it was time to move on and open himself to a new, healthier relationship. That's when he discovered the 2-cup method and decided to use it as a tool to break free from the past and manifest the future he desired. The 2-cup method is a popular manifestation technique that involves using 2 cups to symbolize 2 different states: the current situation, which you want to change, and the desired outcome, which you want to create. The process is based on the principle of shifting energy and focusing on how you want things to be, rather than holding on to what is. To use the method effectively, you need to visualize the current state of your situation in 1 cup, cup 1. Then physically transfer the water from that cup into a second cup, cup 2, which represents the new reality or desired outcome. This symbolic act of transfer helps you release old energy and replace it with new energy aligned with your desires. For Greg, this method would help him release the emotional baggage tied to his past relationship and manifest a fresh start in his love life. Before diving into the technique, Greg took a moment to reflect on his current relationship. He acknowledged all the emotional weight it carried, the disappointment, unfulfilled promises, and feelings of stagnation. He recognized that although he had love for his partner, the relationship no longer served him, and he needed to let go. Greg also clarified what he truly wanted in a new relationship. He wanted someone who was emotionally available, communicative, kind, and aligned with his values. He envisioned a partner who was equally invested in creating a deep, meaningful connection. He set a clear intention to manifest a loving, fulfilling relationship that would bring joy, support, and mutual respect. One evening, after preparing mentally and emotionally, Greg decided to perform the 2-cup method. He gathered 2 cups of water and placed them on a table in front of him. Greg started by focusing on the first cup, the one that represented his current reality. He filled it with water and began to visualize the relationship he wanted to leave behind. He imagined the pain, frustration, and confusion he had been feeling. In his mind, he saw the arguments, the emotional disconnect, and the constant feeling of being unfulfilled. As he focused on these feelings, he acknowledged them and gave himself permission to release them. Greg then picked up the first cup, held it in his hands, and said aloud, "I am ready to release the past and let go of what no longer serves me." With this, he poured the water from cup 1 into cup 2, symbolizing his decision to let go of the old relationship and its emotional baggage. As he transferred the water, he visualized the negativity, sadness, and emotional ties dissolving. After transferring the water, Greg focused on cup 2, which represented the new relationship he wanted to manifest. He filled it with fresh water and visualized all the positive qualities of his ideal partner: warmth, trust, respect, love, and mutual understanding. He imagined the joy of being with someone who supported him, communicated openly, and shared his life goals. He felt excitement and gratitude, as if he had already manifested this perfect partner into his life. To seal the process, Greg said, "I am ready to welcome a healthy, loving relationship. I am open to receiving love that is fulfilling and aligns with my true self." After completing the 2-cup method, Greg felt a profound emotional shift. He had consciously let go of the negative emotions and attachments tied to his past relationship. He no longer felt burdened by the past or afraid of what the future held. By symbolically transferring the energy from the old to the new, he had created space for positive change to flow into his life. Greg felt lighter and more hopeful. He also realized that the act of physically transferring the water wasn't just a symbolic gesture, it represented a deep mental and emotional shift in his perception of love and relationships. He now saw himself as worthy of a loving, fulfilling relationship, and he allowed himself to believe that such a relationship was possible. While the 2-cup method helped Greg release his emotional attachment to his past relationship, he knew that manifesting his new love would require more than just a one-time ritual. He needed to take inspired action toward his goal. Over the next few weeks, Greg made a conscious effort to open his heart to new possibilities. He began engaging in activities that made him feel good about himself, such as joining social events, working on his self-care, and investing time in his passions. By focusing on self-love and personal growth, he naturally began attracting new people into his life. Greg also noticed that he started recognizing the qualities he had visualized in a partner when meeting new people. He no longer felt stuck in the past but was more open to meeting someone who truly resonated with his values and desires. About 2 months after performing the 2-cup method, Greg met Maya, a woman who shared many of the qualities he had been visualizing: kindness, emotional intelligence, and a love for adventure. They connected instantly and enjoyed long conversations about their shared interests and goals. Their relationship felt natural, comfortable, and free of the emotional baggage that Greg had once carried. Maya was someone who communicated openly and was genuinely interested in building a healthy, stable partnership. Greg quickly realized that the manifestation he had worked on so diligently had come to life. The emotional release he had achieved through the 2-cup method had cleared the way for a fresh start, allowing him to fully embrace the love and happiness he deserved. Greg's story shows the power of the 2-cup method as a tool for emotional release and manifesting new beginnings. By letting go of the past and focusing on his desired future, he was able to manifest the healthy, loving relationship he had longed for. The process not only allowed him to emotionally heal but also created the space for new love to flow into his life.